Want to master essential knots for your outdoor adventures? Let's get started. Knowing how to tie a few basic knots can be incredibly useful, whether you're camping, sailing, or just spending time in nature. Today, we'll cover 3 fundamental knots: the figure 8 knot, the clove hitch, and the bowline knot. These knots are not only practical, but also easy to learn with a bit of practice. So grab a piece of rope and follow along as we dive into the world of knot tying. First up, the figure 8 knot. This knot is a staple in climbing and sailing because it creates a strong, secure loop that won't easily come undone. It's also a great knot for beginners to learn because of its simplicity and reliability. This one's perfect for creating a strong loop. To start, take your rope and make a loop by folding it back on itself. Then, twist the end around the standing part of the rope and pass it through the loop you just created. This twist is what gives the knot its characteristic figure 8 shape. Take your rope, make a loop, then twist the end around and through. Boom! You've got a figure 8 knot. This knot is particularly useful for creating a fixed loop at the end of a rope, which can be handy for attaching gear or securing a line. You've got a figure 8 knot. Practice this a few times until you can tie it quickly and confidently. Remember, the more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Next, the clove hitch. This knot is incredibly versatile and is often used for securing a rope to a post, tree, or any other anchor point. It's quick to tie and easy to adjust, making it a favorite among campers and sailors alike. It's great for securing a rope to a post. To tie a clove hitch, start by wrapping the rope around your post once. Then, cross the rope over itself and wrap it around the post again, creating an X shape. Wrap the rope around your post once, then cross over and wrap again. This crossing over is what gives the clove hitch its holding power. Finally, tuck the end of the rope under the last wrap to secure it in place. Tuck the end under the last wrap. And there you have it, a clove hitch. This knot is particularly useful for temporary holds, as it can be easily untied even after bearing a load. And there you have it, a clove hitch. Practice tying this knot around different objects to get a feel for how it works. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become in using it in real-world situations. Finally, the bowline knot. This knot is a must-know for making a loop that won't slip. It's often referred to as the king of knots because of its reliability and strength. The bowline is commonly used in rescue situations, sailing, and climbing. This one's a must-know for making a loop that won't slip. To tie a bowline, start by forming a small loop in the rope. This loop is often called the rabbit hole. Then, pass the end of the rope, or the rabbit, through the loop around the standing part of the rope and back through the loop. Form a small loop in the rope, then pass the end through the loop, around the standing part of the rope and back through the loop. This creates a secure loop that won't slip or come undone under tension. Tighten it up and you've got a bowline knot. This knot is incredibly strong and reliable, making it a favorite for critical applications where safety is a concern. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you practice these knots, the more confident you'll become in using them. Try tying them in different situations and with different types of rope to see how they perform. Keep trying these knots until you can do them with your eyes closed. Mastering these knots will give you a valuable skill set that can be used in a variety of outdoor activities. Whether you're camping, sailing, or just love the great outdoors, these knots will be your best buddies. They are reliable, easy to learn, and incredibly useful in many situations. So grab some rope and get tying. The more you practice, the more proficient you'll become. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself with different knots and applications. Hit that like button if you found this helpful. And don't forget to subscribe for more outdoor tips and tricks. See you next time. Happy knot tying!